Yes, do you think he's cute?
No.
No.
I felt like I could marry him.
Yo, what's up？ 大家好，我是 B 肉，来告诉我，这年头有谁不爱看帅哥呢？最近有个藏族小伙子丁真走红了网络，从抖音一路火到了央视，甚至日韩也有报道。那身在美国的我也十分好奇，美国人觉得丁真帅吗？美国人怎么看待丁真走红背后的这一系列现象呢？今天我邀请到了几位美国朋友，给他们观看了丁真走红的抖音视频和时差岛为丁真拍摄的宣传片《丁真的世界》。咱们今天就来看一看美国人怎么看丁真。
所以你觉得他帅吗？
他不帅。I don't like his hair. I think his hair, it looks so chunky. Like, why did they cut it like this? I get it. I know it. However, it's not my cup of tea.
I see.
It's just not.
I could see why girls would like him. You know, it's definitely easy on the eyes. It's a handsome-looking guy for sure. Kind of the narrow, softer facial features, but you know, this like the chin is fairly distinct. He seems to have like a very kind of good complexion, but very natural looking, not artificial.
My first reaction was like so warm. Like I thought he was like so pretty. I just started feeling really happy.
Did you notice his earrings?
No, I didn't. I was so focused like on here.
Okay.
I know.
To me, he looks like a child. 因为你之前觉得我是个花痴呢。
对。你不是吗？
我不是啊。
The earring catches my attention. I'm kind of wondering, like, what does that have any kind of cultural significance?
The earring is actually from Tibetan culture.
Not necessarily for me per se, but like I could see how he looks cute for like a 13 or even 10 teenager.
I mean, he definitely fits the bill. He looks like a cross between someone from BTS and One Direction.
He's like the exact opposite of like what a K-pop star would look like. He has a very manly appearance. I just thought he's so pretty. It's like if I got lost in the Asian countryside and he like came to rescue me, I would be so happy. Like I just wish I could kiss him on the cheek. He's so handsome.
Oh my god.
I think he has a very sweet smile. And I think that's probably why a lot of people will probably find him cute, is because he is very wholesome. Mm-hmm. He has a smile that's inviting.
Mm-hmm.
And when people have kind smiles, kind faces, and I definitely feel like he has a pure heart, then they want to support you. They want to be in your space. They want to constantly lift you up because you are lifting them up.
His dark skin tone, it really suits him. His voice is so deep. He looks like someone you could fall in love with.
田野男孩, it means basically a boy who is sweet and wild by the same time.
Oh, that's a really good description for him. He's naturally very attractive because, you know, he has an Asian appearance, but these dark features that make him so different from like the usual like Han Chinese boy. And he just has this like traditional, almost country-like look to him, this countryside look, but it suits him very well.
It's very warm. The smile is very captivating. He seems like somebody you might want to meet, even if it's just for a moment.
I can imagine some girl going there and being like, I just want to spend my life with you and go where you go and do what you do. And then like 2 months into it, she's like, this is the worst decision I've ever made.
Oh my god.
I'm not wired to just lay in the field all day. Like that would be good for a week and like relaxing for people.
He reminds me of this Chinese woman, Li Ziqi. There's some element of traditionalism with this boy that also makes him very attractive. So I think him and Li Ziqi share this element of, you know, countryside appeal to people. Yeah. To be honest, if they dated, I think I would die to see him meet Li Ziqi and like they make a meal together or something.
So do you like his clothes?
Well, yeah, I mean, I like everything about his cultural clothes.
Have you seen those kind of clothes when you came to China?
No, I don't think I saw any Tibetan styles. I think we saw like more of Han or Inner Mongolia.
It's very beautiful, the dress that he's wearing. The one that really stood out to me is towards the beginning. He's in this room, and the room is just has like a lot of gold and very intricate patterns on the walls and the ceilings and stuff. You know, is that kind of like a temple or a palace, or is that their home?
That's their home. That's basically Tibetan people's home style. They actually, all the paintings are all hand drawn.
He looks so good in those clothes, actually. It really suits him. Yeah, it's colorful and it feels like his clothes are handmade. Like you can't buy that at a store. Because he's had a very small exposure to the world, I think that most of his ambitions don't exceed beyond the local level. A lot of his dreams and goals are probably community-based. He doesn't realize the power and the potential behind what mainstream celebrity could give him and the exposure that Tibetan culture could have if he would allow himself to be on a bigger stage.
He's doing it for very selfless reasons. Like, he loves his town and he like loves the people in his town, I'm sure. So it's really sweet that he wants them to prosper and be better and like everyone to have like a better quality of life, right? Because hello, like that's important because it's not just about him, and right, he's one person and then people have to live after him in that town or in that area. And I think that's a really selfless thing to do. He has like a very specific sense of what's important to him.
He doesn't need the fame and money to be happy, but it's certainly, you can tell he's happy that he has the attention, but he wasn't seeking it. It's kind of a nice, very genuine thing to see, because I think a lot of people just crave fame and attention and things like that. And people need to just kind of respect whatever makes someone happy. You just kind of should respect that, even if maybe they're living a life that you don't understand or don't agree with. You know, I think we need more moments like that.
That's true.
Even if they're not our own,
That's right.
it just to make you feel good.
He said, I want to go nowhere, right? He's like, I'm content. He's like, I don't want to go anywhere. He's like, I want to stay here. The fact that he feels loyalty to his hometown and his life, there's not a price tag on it. Do you need a lot to be happy? You know, so it's like challenging that.
That's true.
He's actually protecting his culture in a way, but then at the same time, he's holding his culture back. You want a company to come forward with a contract that A, benefits his community, B, lets him stay true to himself, and then C, does not commercialize or alter his culture in a way that makes it consumable for other people. And the more that he learns Mandarin and the more that he grows and the more that he's able to express himself to a wider audience, that in turn is going to affect him, and it could affect him in a good or a bad way. But you know what I would love to see in the future is I'd love to see him go to university. He's a lot more than just local. He's a nationwide name in China at this point. The thing is TikTok in the US has become this vehicle for showing how attractive you are. It does follow the trend of like, oh, we like watching attractive people on TikTok for sure. Mm-hmm. And the simplicity of, I just want my horse to win first in the race is endearing, because somebody like Charlie D'Amelio is like, I want sponsorships. I want to look attractive. I want to have the most followers. And I just think to him, as long as he can welcome people into his village and just win this race with his horse and maybe learn a little bit of Mandarin, it's the purity of that which sets him apart from other Western TikTokers. And I think that's very attractive.
So you think he's different compared to those TikTok influencers?
No, I don't think he's different. I think he just has a different path, because when you go viral on TikTok, it's not always something that you have actively done. And sometimes it's just stuff that happens. He was just living his life, and someone was like, I see this in him, and that's how it happened, you know? And I feel like that's one of the purest forms of going viral.
I like it because they weren't trying to get famous. They were just being themselves. Most people are trying to get famous. They're doing outrageous things. They're saying stupid things. Some of them are getting famous for the wrong reasons. Like, there's really nobody out there teaching responsibility for that sort of thing, or monitoring what kind of mental health impacts it's having on people. Would we be happier if we could uninvent social media? It's an interesting time we're living in.
Do you think it's a good thing for them to become famous in that way?
Hard to say. It depends how they handle it. You know, you've seen people that unintentionally get famous and it wrecks their lives.
Exactly.
Because they didn't know how to deal with it. Everybody wants something from you. They want a piece of the money that you're making, and then you become a product.
I think because he was found accidentally, that's why he's special.
I see.
Comparing to other people, maybe possibly entering the UN, the United Nations, getting involved with him, doing some kind of campaign. Yeah, I think there's a lot of potential for him, and that's why he's absolutely not the same as other people. Because I think he has this effect, this cultural and political effect, in addition to looking handsome, you know.
那今天美国朋友们也都发表了自己对丁真不同的看法，有人觉得他帅，有人觉得他不帅，像个小孩儿，有人觉得他和抖音那些一夜成名的网红没有什么区别，有人觉得他是被动成名，和那些网红有着本质区别。那其实相比亚洲人，美国人的审美确实会更偏向于喜欢成熟的，只能说审美是非常主观和多元化的。但是大家的共同点是，都认为丁真自己做出了留在家乡、宣传家乡的决定，这一点是非常棒的。那在我录制完采访后，出现一个小插曲，丁真吸烟上了热搜，我也回访了美国朋友们，他们的观点十分一致，吸烟是成年人的自由选择。对于丁真这样一个生长在偏远地区的孩子，也许他并没有受过太多关于吸烟有害健康的教育，更何况丁真是一个来自小镇的普通男孩，不是一个和尚。其实在和美国朋友交流的过程中，我自己也反思到，自古以来人们就擅长造神又毁神，将普通人捧上神坛，又希望他完美无瑕，这是不太现实的。丁真只是一个普通人，我们不能将高度道德化的超我强加于他的身上，同时又希望他摒弃自我和本我，这对他来说是不公平的。我是 B 肉，如果你喜欢我的视频，记得评论、转发、点赞，我们下期再见。